Hey TikTok. Hey YouTube. Yeah, I got a question for Hispanics. I want to know, for your relatives that voted for Trump, how are y'all getting along? I mean, how y'all able to get past it and talk with them in a rational way? You know what I mean? I have a family members that voted for Trump. I think I told you about it. And they still all in for him. Black people, all in. So my other cousins, they'll tell me about them, about what's going on. Cause I'm not gonna say I don't fool with them, but I don't fool with them. You know what I mean? But if we was somewhere together, the family function, I'm gonna be polite. But I just don't have anything for people like that. And I know they did that because they hate others. You see what I'm saying? And so they felt like Trump was singing their song. And they still haven't figured out he wrote this song about them, about us. Because we not like them. You see what I'm saying? So it's just so silly. But I remember during the election, seeing Hispanics on TikTok and YouTube. I was new to TikTok then. I didn't come until October of 2024. And I remember them singing how they were going to vote for Trump. And when they would ask them why, they said that the MAGA had was closer to their values, and that they were more like them, and they felt like they had more Christian values, and they felt like they had more values as far as in their family. And I remember thinking, where did they get that information from? And then I realized, from the media. Same as when I used to tell my boys when they were young, anytime you see somebody that looks like you on the news, you're going to be in handcuffs. You're not going to see the engineers. You're not going to see the inventors. You're not going to see the doctors. You're not going to see the lawyers. You're going to see either entertainers or somebody that's in handcuffs that's done something. And that's just the way it is. Even if they get pulled over for a traffic ticket and go to jail, they're going to say they had 4 tickets since they were 18 years old and they're 32 now. They're going to sensationalize it because America, white America, always needs to feel superior. And not all white America. I'm not talking about most of the liberals and stuff, because some of y'all do it too and you don't realize that you do it. But it's such a inbred, subtle racism that you don't know that you have. You know what I mean? And that's why those that don't know that they can have it, I can overlook that. Now, I don't overlook MAGA, but as I said, I used to like to talk to Republicans. But now I'm watching the Latinos as they get pulled away from work. They had their papers in Tennessee, but they're getting pulled away from work. Last week in Tennessee, they stopped 400 Hispanics just in Nashville. They didn't arrest that many, but they stopped them just because they knew where they worked, and they got them as they were getting off from work at night. They're the cooks at the clubs. They're the Amazon workers. They were stopping them left and right. They didn't stop them like that in Shelby County. Shelby County is mostly black here in Memphis, but in Nashville, they were stopping them. So for those that were like, these are our family values, sometimes you gotta watch and see what people are saying. If they're always God this, but then putting down somebody else, are they really of God, or are they really of themselves? I'm talking about the Hispanics, bought into the narrative that black people didn't work. We go to work every day. Black people didn't have a husband or a wife in the home. That happens every day. It happens more than it doesn't happen. And so, especially now, because women are not doing potential. These younger black women are not. If you ain't already got it together, they don't need the potential of you. You got to have it together. Because why do they need to help you? while they're trying to build a family, and you can't help them. And they got the right idea. But what was happening back in the day, it wasn't a lot of, when I was young, other than going to the military or college, there wasn't any in between for black men to be able to be successful and take care of their families or get on at the car plants. And Tennessee didn't have a lot of car plants. We just got Nissan maybe 20 years ago. So I just wonder, how do y'all handle that as Latinos? Because I don't even think that you realized it, but you let your self dislike of us, your self-loathing of black people, yourself, I feel like I'm above them, hurt your entire community. And I wonder, what are you gonna do about it, if anything? And then I put a post on here yesterday of a young Native American young lady that had ran away from home, and she was unalived. Mainstream media is not even speaking about that young lady. Her name was Emily. So let's try to include everybody, okay? From an angry black woman out of Tennessee, y'all have a good Sunday. You say I ain't got my sidekick with me today. His auntie came and got him. My granddaughter, his mom, has a twin, and the twin came and got him yesterday. So I'm grateful for that. Y'all have a good one. From an angry black woman out of Tennessee, America was built from the bottom up. It was never from the top down. We got this, y'all. Even if it look like we don't have it, we got this. Welcome to the Poor People's Revolution.